Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is Daryl Guberman, CEO of Guberman PMC LLC. I'm not going to go into this whole elaborate, what my background, blah, blah, blah. You've got it enough, you've said it enough, but I'm going to tell you this. Today, this video is about Tesla recalls. 120,000 cars over faulty doors that could open in a crash, QA expert says or explains. I'll say this, we did an analysis, cost analysis of that 120,000 cars. And if it's just the Model X, okay, they say it's both Model X and S. And then just a month ago or so, they had a 360,000 recall because of brake issues. The same thing I think happened in China with them, with those brakes. So they're using the same supplier, it appears. So anyway, let me just tell you about financially what this is. This is a big reject. Because price of a Model X, I think, is about $79,000. So you can round it off, whatever, $79,900, whatever, brand new. So that is, if it's 120,000 cars recalled, that's over 9 billion with a B. Multiply it, 129,000 times 79,000. It is 9,588,000,000, etc., with a lot of zeros after it. So you have an issue there. Now, there's been some quality professionals that have, and the organization itself, the International Automotive Task Force, which sits on the IAF, which at the time this picture was snapshot, controlling them was Communist China between 2015 and 2021. They had taken over, were given in 2015, the guy from the CCP, Zhao Jinwu, was handed over leadership of the IAF, and he's been involved with our quality since 1994. I'm not going to elaborate on that, but I'm going to focus in on the IATF. The IATF came out and said that the TS 6949 was being changed to IATF 6949, and we will only accept those accreditation bodies that are on the IAF, which means this. We have a letter from then the Vice President, Randy Doherty, who stated that an IAF MLA, which is a multilateral agreement or arrangement organization, or an MRA, which is a multi-regional agreement or agreement company, an IAF MRA, are equivalent in accreditation to ANAP. ANSI and ANAP are underwriters for both the International Accreditation Forum Incorporated in Delaware and also the International Laboratory Accreditation Corporation out of Australia. So if there's a failure in your process, if you have a failure in your Tesla, go to them. They're your quality person, because you know something, they are equivalent in accreditation, okay, IAF and ILAC. And you have the IATF, they change these verbiages all the time. International Automotive Task Force. And they've been busting Elon's balls trying to get him to join. I don't think he's joined us yet. And Elon, he is ANSI ANAB accredited in some of his divisions, which means he's taken on their quality processes. And I'll tell you what their quality processes are. All these organizations, these companies, I'm going to tell you, are on ANSI's board. You have Pfizer. During the COVID manufacture, skip quality processes and standards. Isn't that nice? You have Johnson & Johnson, who also skipped quality process, had almost a $75 million return to J&J. FDA forced them, but the FDA also sits on ANSI right over by these organizations. The FAA sits over there, and you have Boeing most recently getting caught not documenting data from 2007 to 2018. That's an 11-year span, and their ISO auditor didn't look at that. That's usually the first thing they look at is calibration. They look at these documents, and the ISO auditor did not do that. Incompetency. Why? Because ANSI, ANAP, and Boeing, they sit on the board. Boeing sat on the board of ANAP that could grant, suspend, and withdraw certification. You can't make this shit up. Are you kidding me? On their supplier portal, it says must be ANSI, ANAP, or internationally equivalent. You find out that the internationally equivalent could be Iran and Pakistan. And I'm not saying about the Iranian people or the Pakistani people, but it's the fucking government there. That is really screwed. I have to really tell you that. Because they're the ones who admitted to harboring the terrorists of 9/11. You had freaking Pakistan who held on to Osama bin Laden. And they sit on an American-based company in freaking Delaware, the International Accreditation Forum, and nobody says shit. You have Lockheed Martin sitting by them, drinking their champagne with Jim Tassett probably saying, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Most of those CEOs do not. They're a figurehead. But let's get back to this. So you have Elon Musk, his quality is in the trash. It's always been. It appears he does not have competent individuals, though he will profess other. If he is the eyes, ears, nose, throat, if he's the embodiment of what Tesla is, then that's nothing. And I know a lot of you are going to not like this video and say all kinds of crap. But remember this, when you are involved with quality, it is your responsibility. Okay, let me go back to Boeing. Boeing skipped these processes 2007 to 2018. So that's 11 years and nobody caught it. And you just most recently had a V-22 off-spec crash and kill many servicemen and women. So that's it. And then you have Lockheed Martin after 801, and they sit on there as well, right over by the FAA, DOD, FBI, FTC, etc., Department of Transportation as well. And after their 801st ship, F-35, they still have quality issues. I'm going to stop here because I know I'm probably boring you. Most of the stuff will be down below concerning Elon Musk and his shitty cars, X, Y, and Z. That sounds like a zipper. Because you know something? He's got a good PR team, and that's it. When it comes to the manufacturing process of these automobiles, they suck. And if you own a Tesla and you've had issues, write down in the description, have some balls, will you please? Have some chutzpah. Because right now, this is disgusting. You have almost a $9 billion rejection. How about 360,000? You add 79 to that and you tell me how much that's going to be. When you're spending that type of money on an automobile, and it's recalled because of these quality processes, that means they rush the process. That means they're standing out with that certificate of quality on their chest, and it's meaningless. If your ANSI ain't accredited, they're fucking you. And I'm telling you the fact. I will have all the data. I would not say that. That is their mantra anyway. I've said that in many videos. Half a nut fuck you is what Russ Cheney said, chairman. You can find that on my YouTube channel. And he was approved and condoned by Joe Bathia, the CEO, and the lawyer, Jameson Carroll. So quality starts in the company. Quality starts at the head, not the backside. Although I think it does start at the backside at Tesla. And I apologize for the workers down below. I know you're probably under a lot of duress because Elon seems like that type of guy. He wants that job done now, get it out the door. You could tell by the rejections. My telephone number 203-556-1493. And this video today is about Tesla. Recalls 120,000 cars over faulty doors that could open in a crash, QA expert Daryl Guberman said. And you look at this, IATF, and here's the actual note from them saying that you must have, and at the time they're shoving this down the manufacturer's throats, the IATF was being watched over by a communist Chinese national who's been involved with our quality since 1994. You can't make this up. But you know, when speaking the truth, ladies and gentlemen, business owners, it's like administering medication. I'm going to change it. They say like administering medication to the dead. Let me try that again. When speaking the truth, it is many times like administering medication to a schmuck. Telephone number 203-556-1493. Or Daryl, DARYL, TQRS @yahoo.com. I thank you.